Hello and welcome back, Pokemaniacs. I know I said I was going to take a break from theories, but today's theory has always bothered me. The anime of Pokemon, specifically the original anime, has always rubbed me the wrong way. There have been many times where there have been battles with Pokemon and you say to yourself, no, that's not only impossible, but that's also downright wrong. Or, hey, this Pokemon really would have won even with Ash being its trainer. And when that happens, that causes a divide and a problem with the audience itself, because now you have a show that is clearly telegraphed and written for a specific purpose rather than adhering to its own rules. A lot of people consider these animes to be, generally speaking, not so great, and a lot of people consider the Pokemon anime itself to be a very poorly constructed anime, although entertaining, even though it's shall we say, lacking on the rule front. It doesn't follow its own rules, which brings forth the idea of anime logic. So whenever there's something crazy happening in the anime, someone will instantly just say, well, that's just anime logic, which has brought forth and bred these Pokemon theories, which aims to explain that anime logic. Today we're looking at a very specifically anticlimactic battle, which is the end of the Pokemon Season 1 Indigo League, where Ash is battling Richie as the final battle of the Indigo League. This is a 3 versus 3, and when it comes down to the wire, Charizard leaves him hanging. So, before we jump into the video, I would very much like you to sign in and be sure to like and share this content, as this Pokemon theory may leave you thinking and touch your nostalgia as well. With all of that out of the way, how in the world could have Charizard and Ash won that battle? Or rather, should Charizard and Ash have won that battle? Hello and welcome back to Pokemon Theory, the show where Professor Oak really isn't a professor and going to the gym doesn't mean pumping iron. Unless you're in Dewford Town, which is a literal gym. So let me catch you up, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen the anime in a hot minute and you don't feel like looking it up or looking up some mirrored images or whatever to watch the battle, essentially Ash and Richie are battling in some of the finals of the Indigo League, which is the Poke League equivalent in the anime. It's just called the Indigo League because, yeah, I don't know, they have a fascination with colors in that game. We got red, we got Pokemon Yellow, we got Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Not really colors, we switched to gemstones, but they seriously love colors in the beginning. At the end of the day, the point is that it was down to the wire between Charizard and Richie's Pikachu. Now before that, Charizard was battling Charmander. And the reason that Charizard decided to listen to Ash and actually battle Charmander is what Brock says, that Charmander was a fire type. So Charizard saw him as an equal rival, or someone that he could actually battle, someone worthy to battle, which somewhat makes sense. Remember, Charizard is a Pokemon that doesn't listen to Ash, and didn't start listening to Ash until Ash decided to save it when it battled a Poliwrath, a champion Poliwrath, that froze it and almost killed it. Like, yeah, you should probably listen to your trainer, even if it is Ash. He's probably got your best interests in mind rather than yourself, you lazy friggin' fire dragon. Anyways, what ends up happening is that after he beats Charmander, he lays down and takes a nap. Now, before this, he kind of taunts Pikachu, Richie's Pikachu, into submission, like blows him away with a little bit of gust, knocks him down by stomping his feet, and then he clearly knows that this is not going to be that great of a challenge, and that is how it's written. It makes a lot of sense, but here's the problem. Richie implies that after the battle, he really didn't want to win that way, and that he wanted to have a real battle and a real contest with Ash, and it was down to the last 2 Pokemon, and it makes a lot of sense. But I would like to note that the referee during that battle not only ends the battle very, very quickly by saying that Ash's Charizard refuses to battle, but also the fact that this is one of the last battles of the Indigo League. You think you maybe could take, 30 seconds and say, hey Ash, if your Charizard doesn't start battling, we're gonna disqualify you. You got 30 seconds to convince it. You know, but no, it's literally 5 seconds after Charizard's laying down that the referee's like, oh yeah, this Pokemon over here not gonna battle. Okay, this guy wins. Everyone, sorry, stop the boxing match. Good night. Buy a souvenir. So it's quite funny to see this. It seems like an extreme cop-out. This was one of the most anticlimactic, most disappointing battles of the anime, because it never really ended. One of them was declared a winner because one of the Pokemon refused to battle. Now let me explain to you right now how this is complete crap and BS. If Richie really did want to battle Ash and didn't want to win and just wanted to be fair and battle Ash, Richie's Pikachu would have been told to attack Charizard, even if Charizard was napping. Now there's two ways this could go. Ash could also get out of having a Pokemon refusing to battle for him, believe it or not, and this would all be 100% within the rules. Now one, Richie could have told Pikachu to use Thunder Shock, Thunderbolt, whatever attack against Charizard. A sleeping Charizard would still have to acknowledge the fact that he is having thousands of volts of electricity coursing through its body. And if you didn't notice, Charizard is a flying type, flying fire. Pikachu is an electric type. Electric attacks are strong against flying types. This would do massive damage against Charizard, despite the size difference. It's not about sizing in Pokemon. It is about type matchups, and Richie's Pikachu had the advantage. So a good placed Thunder Shock Thunderbolt would have done some damage to Charizard, woke it up, and it probably would have been enraged and ready to battle Richie's Pikachu, meaning that the battle could have gone forward. Would it have listened to Ash? I don't know. More than likely not, but it still would have battled. So that's really depressing to know that that was a possibility, and I think almost everyone worked that out at some point in time. Hey, why didn't Richie just tell it to use Quick Attack, Thunder Shock, Thunderbolt, something to get the battle going, you know what I'm saying? So that's one way it could have gone. But the other way, if Ash was a quick thinker, and I'm telling you this right now, it adds insult to injury that Ash had encountered a Snorlax in that season as well. Because Ash knows about a special attack known as Rest Attack. He knows this because he encountered a Snorlax within that series as well. Now, if Ash had just used his head real quickly, oh, my Charizard's taking a nap. Ladies and gentlemen, I declare that Charizard is using Rest Attack. You cannot disqualify me. I have declared an attack, and it is clearly sleeping right now. And then the referee would have to scratch his head and say, well, that's true. It looks like he's napping, so he's clearly using Rest Attack. And that's it. Ash would not have forfeited. The battle could have continued. Ash says, hey, Charizard's sleeping. Go ahead and attack Richie. He used Rest Attack after his battle with Charmander. Now he's going to be rare and ready to go when you go ahead and wake him up. And we're done. We're in like Flynn. And somehow, some way, shape, or form, that never occurred to Ash. Neither of those scenarios occurred to Ash or Richie. And do you know why? Do you know why? Because it's written in a specific way. The anime is written in a specific way to teach a lesson. And that lesson was to not depend on a Pokemon who's not going to listen to you, just because it's super strong. But this has happened many times in the past, where Charizard wouldn't listen to Ash. I'm not really sure why they kept writing the same exact trope over and over and over again. This was a very serious battle. It was the crowning jewel for the Indigo League, and they just completely whiffed it. They They really destroyed any of your ambition to continue watching the series after that. Yeah, we got this amazing battle lined up between two very serious rivals. They're both serious Pokemon trainers. They have the same viewpoints on life. This is going to be an amazing battle. Ha, just kidding. Charizard was disqualified for not battling. Richie wins. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the two ways that both Richie and Ash could have continued battling and not been disqualified or automatically won by default. What do you think about that anime series? What do you think about that anime episode? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Do you think there was another way that Ash could have had his Charizard battle somehow in some way, shape, or form, even if Charizard wasn't listening to him? I'm always open to your suggestions, and I really appreciate it if you did sign in and liked and shared this. Once again, please leave me a comment down in the section below. I'll see you guys in the next Pokemon Theory.